Yo, what's up, everybody? In today's piece of content, I want to walk you through what's happening with TikTok, a bunch of updates coming in mid-May, what that means for the platform, and ultimately how you can take advantage of the TikTok frame right now so that you can scale your own business. So, with that being said, before I dive into it, if you're looking to scale your own business, right, with TikTok, complete done for you. That is a service I provide. I do that through either running paid ads for business owners who are looking to pivot from Facebook to TikTok or whatever other paid channel they were using in the past. Also, I produce all the creatives with my network of over 100 influencers. We fully in-house edit the content, write out the scripts for it, as well as get it shot and completely done for you to either optimize for paid ads, to get impulse purchases, or to grow organic presence. And another tier of our offer is also helping brands grow organically, creating content that goes viral, as well as managing posting content on their own profile daily, following the right people, engaging with the right audience so that we can grow brands' organic presence if they choose not to go the paid route method. So if you're interested in that, right, let's hop on a call. Book my calendar. I'll drop it down below, right? You can just book in a call and talk to me directly. So with that being said, what's happening with TikTok with updates? So TikTok is typically known to be a platform built on short videos, but that is changing very, very soon, sooner than we expect. TikTok has rolled out and tested a couple of video links where clips go longer than 30 seconds, right? Testing the minute mark, as well as they're just in talks of making longer form content, probably like 1 to 5 minutes. But in terms of what's changing right now on the platform, a lot of changes in terms of what they're trying to bring to the dynamics of it. And then you see Instagram trying to incorporate some sort of framework similar to what TikTok has done, right? If we look at TikTok, TikTok has really shifted the market in terms of the way we consume content, as well as with Instagram, similar to TikTok, they made Reels, short form content that you can consume. If you look at Facebook, same thing, Facebook Reels, short form videos. If you look at YouTube, they have it called YouTube Shorts. This is simply short form content that people can easily consume, get on the algorithm, and then just spend more time on the platform. At the end of the day, the reason why these platforms all make some changes and updates is really just to get more people's attention on the platform and get more time spent. This is where they make all their money, and more so that is never going to change in terms of the way the market is laid out. So what does that mean for TikTok? Well, TikTok is ideally a content where mainly it's focused on suggested basis. So like with YouTube, once you finish a video, you get suggested based on the algorithm of what type of content you consumed in the past. You get recommended different other content creators in that similar space. That's what the algorithm is really structured on the TikTok platform, where based on the content you consume, based on the content you engage with and like, well then your For You page will constantly be suggesting videos that are very much similar to what you've been consuming in the past. So changes are being made at the middle of this month. TikTok is changing the game with a community dynamic of it, right? So listening to a ton of podcasts, right, consuming a ton of content, what's happening is ideally TikTok's getting rid of the discovery tab in terms of, so you have like your For You page, and then the button right next to that is like the discovery page where you can look and search people. They're getting rid of that. They're not gonna just remove it from the platform completely, but they're moving some buttons in place to roll out a community dynamic of it. So what does that mean, right? Well, TikTok is trying to make the platform more of a community basis. If you look at like the type of words they're using, the main goal of TikTok is to focus on building out a community, building out a culture, and then also a following. So with the community dynamic of it, if you go on the main page in terms of, you look at your For You page, and then on the left you just have following, what TikTok is going to roll out, depending on what it looks like in the interface, getting rid of the discovery tab or the discovery button for you not to search new people, right? That's going to be moved. But if they introduce a community dynamic of it, let's say if it's all the friends you followed, or let's say friends you have on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, you can now have the friends tab to interact with the people you are close with, similar to Instagram. Like with Instagram, you have your friends, and then you get suggested people in that network to build out the community dynamic. Same thing with Facebook. Depending on who you send out friend requests to, let's say if it's your mom or your dad, right? You're going to get recommended family members based off the phone numbers you have in your phone. You're going to get recommended people that you have some sort of familiarity with. So then with TikTok implementing the community dynamic of it, well, it makes it more toned down and makes it more user friendly to where, let's say, you're going to stick on the platform longer because they're going to have a tab that's really dedicated to the people you're close with. And let's say if you guys are constantly sending over videos of let's say if you're like watching whatever specific type of piece, if you're into sports, right? Let's say you send your dad specific piece of content, maybe the highlights you saw, you send it over to him. It's just going to engage and build the community dynamic of it. So I don't know how it's really going to be rolled out, but I know that TikTok's going to make some updates to push more so the community aspect and the community dynamic of everybody interacting with each other, making it more user friendly, as well as making it similar to what I would say. I would compare this to, it's pivoting away from what YouTube is in terms of how they go about consuming content to where they're trying to implement the Instagram and Facebook ideology of it. So then depending on how this plays out, this can do one of two things. This can either hurt TikTok or can really just make TikTok boost them up compared to what everybody else and what other platforms are doing. So if we look at the other platforms in terms of Instagram and Facebook, these are just platforms based on friends and who you know and staying connected with features on those platforms. TikTok is ideally an entertainment-based platform for now, as the content you see on the For You page is based on what you like to watch consistently, similar to YouTube. So when TikTok rolls out this new features, right, I believe this is just going to change direction in which TikTok is as a platform. I don't see it more so now as a short form piece of content where we consume on the platform. When they roll out this new feature, right, it's really just going to push the dynamics of what TikTok was, let's say, 2 years ago. So advantages of what's happening to this. Well, then if TikTok is more so focused on the community aspect of it, well, then it's going to become much, much easier to grow a following. Because let's say if you follow somebody on TikTok, right, you consume their content, you see them on the For You page, you scroll or you swipe, and then you scroll down their feed, and you see a ton of content they're posting, and then you follow them. You're going to be, the only way you typically, on my end, like the way I consume content is, I'm never swiping to the left and just seeing who I'm following. It's just whatever pops up on my For You page, and I just keep scrolling. So when Facebook or when TikTok implements the community aspect of it, let's say if you're following a ton of content creators, you're following your friends or family, they're going to have a dedicated section to that. So then you can just watch people. So instead of you just consuming random piece of content on your For You page, well, then the people you do follow, right? Let's say if you're following a bunch of entrepreneurs in the space, this is going to be more predicated to growing that community of it. Because every piece of content, let's say if you're a content creator, let's say you're showing your offer, you're showing your process, it's not going to be reached out to a ton of people. If you're making a specific tailored piece of content to a specific demographic, then it's not going to be seen as much if you just post that, it goes into the For You page, and then people just who aren't, let's say if you're in the space, you're creating content for entrepreneurs. People who aren't entrepreneurs they're just going to swipe past it. They're not going to consume the content. So then if you have a large following and you make content dedicated to that demographic other than something you made in the past that went viral, you're less likely to get views. So when TikTok rolls out this community dynamic of it, well then people are more likely to engage with your specific niche down piece of content compared to your content just you post it, get 0 views, gets little to no engagement, and then people just scroll past it. So with the community dynamic of it, what does this mean, right? If people are in the fitness industry, they're gonna build that community base in their niche, right? If a person's in the business space in terms of showing entrepreneurs how they, let's say, appointment set, how do they set appointment, or how do they set meetings, as I should say? well, then that demographic is going to be targeted, and you're going to grow your own audience in that specific demographic compared to just everybody else targeting broad. So, what does this mean? With the algorithm where it's at right now, it's super, super easy to go viral and to grow rapidly. Because if you have one piece of content that just takes off, you're going to have over, I've seen them before where somebody goes from a couple thousand views to now let's say they grow and hit over 120k views, right? What does that do in return? Well, it grows your following. So TikTok is the way that the algorithm is right now, right? It's super easy to grow a following. You can grow over 10k followers in less than 90 days. And you couldn't do that on Facebook, you can't do that on Instagram, and you can't really do that on YouTube. You can't go rapidly as fast as TikTok. So with TikTok, the platform is by far the easiest to go viral on, with a bunch of methods to land on the For You page, right? To go viral on the TikTok platform organically, clips anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds on the organic side is simply just relies on watch time and engagement. So let's say, I'm going to give you guys an example. If you create a storyline that's 17 seconds, but you cut it short by 2 seconds, right? So let's say you have words on the text. Before it even finishes, right, the video cuts off. What this does in turn is it makes people rewatch the piece of content again to finish the original frame. So if the frame's 17 seconds, right, you're finishing the last sentence, it cuts off at 15 seconds, well then more people are more keen to then watch the video again on a loop. So in order for a TikTok to really boost up and take off, people need to be consuming the content more than once. Watch time needs to be up there. They need to be either engaging with it, right? Engaging with some sort of content by leaving a comment or liking it, right? But the main driving factor is watch time and how much or how long does a person keep playing the video over and over again, right? So as more and more people watch the short video more than once, you can easily rack up 500 to 1k to 5k to even 10k views on the TikTok platform in a matter of days. You cannot do that with YouTube, as it takes years to grow following. You can't do that with Facebook because not a lot of people know who you are. So TikTok is just a complete opposite. It's by far the easiest platform to grow a large following on in a matter of days. This will not always be the case as the platform evolves, but in the meantime, I suggest you just cash in, right? Cash in your chips right now to reach a larger demographic before it's too late. Because with Instagram, at the very start of Instagram, right, if you're hopping on a trend or you're creating something unique, you're able to grow a large following. If you look at YouTube, right, before everybody started consuming the content, if you had one piece of video that went viral or you talked to a specific demographic, it was so much easier for you to gain an audience now. While everybody else is consuming content, TikTok has been the mediator in terms of giving people opportunities, right? We look at all these TikTok superstars that went viral over the past span of 2 years, right? Charli D'Amelio, all these people, right, were just dancing. But they hopped on the platform so early, and it was so unique that they were able to grow millions of followers, and now look where they're at, right? They're making just millions doing, I would say, ambassading brands, right? Or just showing what they're doing in terms of other pieces of products, right? Working with other brands. So, in my opinion, you better lock in on TikTok because not a lot of people are hopping on the business route. Not a lot of people are talking about brands. There's not a lot of ECOM brand owners in the space that's promoting their products that's niche specific. So in turn, why will TikTok beat out Facebook and Instagram? Well, it seems like over the past 6 months, right, each other platform has tried to incorporate their own style of short form content through UGC, right? I covered this with IG Reels, YouTube with Shorts, Facebook with Reels, but TikTok is leading the game, and the way we consume content has changed significantly due to TikTok. So now imagine when I covered the stuff in the very beginning, right, in terms of TikTok's pushing more towards community, they're pushing more towards a following, and they're really trying to ramp things up. So imagine when they incorporate a community dynamic to where people can communicate rather easily towards a person they follow or friends they have, right? Making it more user friendly. This will be the future direction, right? TikTok is headed. And if they can implement this right and they get it down to a T, I believe it's going to blow YouTube out of the water. It's going to blow Facebook out of the water in terms of the way we consume content, right? With YouTube, longer form content, you don't have the community dynamic of it. when you look at Facebook, you have the community dynamic of it, but you don't have the way of consuming content, right? So let's say TikTok implements this update, they take advantage, and they kind of merge these two together, which no platform has done. Then TikTok's leading the race because it's just so ahead of what every other platform is doing, right? So these are my 2 cents, right? Why you should cash in on TikTok. If you're an e-com brand owner, I advise you to hop on TikTok. If you don't have the budget for ads, at least invest into growing your organic presence. Because once you have an audience, let's say you have 50K followers, and then you promote some sort of offer at least once or twice a week, your content's being consumed by 50,000 people, right? Or let's say if you get half of those people, 25K, or 25K to consume the content, at least 10% of these people are buying organically. You didn't have to run ads, you didn't have to do anything, you just have such a large following. Then you're just getting sales consistently on the back end without any ads, right? So TikTok's the easiest way to go viral. And if you're interested, you want to grow organically, or you want us to manage the paid ads, completely done for you. We produce the creatives, right? Feel free to hop on a call with me. I'll walk you through a process. But other than that, now is your time to take advantage of the TikTok platform before it's too late.